Chair recognizes Speaker Welch.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Leader. Thank you, members of this august body. Thank you all for sticking through these final days of this legislative session. We've had some long days and some long nights, but we will still beat last year's adjournment by about 3 hours and 15 minutes or so. We've certainly had some passionate debates, and we've gotten a lot of great things done. We've gotten a lot of great things done for the people of Illinois. And when you look at those things, those great things have been done in blue districts, in red districts, Democratic districts, Republican districts. We've gotten great things done for everyone. And I'm proud of the work that we've accomplished. And I'm honored to do it alongside each and every one in this chamber. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. Every single person who's asked for a meeting in this body has gotten that meeting. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. Every time. I've listened. I've heard. We don't always agree. And you heard plenty of that tonight. But I know that passion is rooted in the love that we share for our communities and our state. People from those communities sent us here 7 months ago thinking that maybe, just maybe, Illinois was starting to turn the corner. They also sent us knowing that in the wake of one of the most contentious Supreme Court rulings in history, the decisions made in this room would have more impact than ever before. Ever before. And they sent us having just seen our most American of holidays forever scarred by the tragedy of gun violence in Highland Park. And then again on the west side of Chicago. And then again on the south side of Chicago. And then again and again and again in communities all across this country. Blue states and Republican states. More so in Republican states. Gun violence all across this country. So when this House first convened in January, sent here by the people from different backgrounds and different beliefs, but still shaped by those same events, I asked each and every one of you, yes, to remember your why. I'm glad you were listening, Madam Leader. I'm glad the gentleman from Peoria County was taking notes. Winners do the work. And the great 78 was sent here to do the work. And by the work you see here in this budget, we've done some pretty impressive work. I knew we weren't going to always agree, but I believe that everyone who was honest about their why is going to walk out of this chamber and head back home to our districts with wins for our communities and the people who have sent us here to represent them. I know when I head home to the 7th District, I'll be proud of all we've gotten done here. Because I told my community my why. I've listened to everyone in my district who would share their why. And I never, ever lose sight of that, ever. I also know someone else who doesn't lose sight of her why, and that's our Speaker Pro Tem, Leader Jahan Gordon Booth. If you couldn't see it tonight, you must be blind. That dynamic black woman knows her why, and it showed up in that moral document. It showed up in a moral document. She has morals. She represented Democratic districts and Republican districts in that budget. It would take me all night to read the things that you're going to get to go home with and brag about even though you voted no. because of the morals of our chief budgeteer. She showed us what strength and dignity is all about. Together, tonight, we showed that we would continue rebuilding Illinois' fiscal house with a budget that puts hardworking families first. Representative Cassidy and the Dobbs Working Group can say the same, because we've defended the right to choose, and we're proud of that. And we've enacted landmark protections for patients and providers to ensure Illinois remains a safe haven for women and reproductive rights. You should run and tell that. We've done that. Representative Morgan and Representative Hirschauer can say the same. They know their why. Because now we're keeping weapons of war that never belonged on our street off our streets, and getting guns out of dangerous hands. We've done that. Representative Syed and Representative Laddish Douglas are going home after their first session knowing they helped to lower the cost of prescription drugs and expand access to quality, affordable health care. Brand new to this place, and making an impact for people in Democratic districts and your districts. That's what those ladies did. And regardless of whether you agreed with them or not, I hope you're also leaving here tonight knowing that you were true to your why. Did everyone get everything they wanted? No. And you've never ever heard me stand up and say anyone would get everything they wanted. Never. Everyone here is leaving here with us having made compromises. That's how democracy works. That's a sign of the process working. Every single time the leader asked to meet, I met with her. But I'll tell you, one of the last times I met with her, I asked, will Republicans put votes on the board? I'm still waiting for that answer. Well, I actually found out an hour or so ago. Never got back to me. I asked, will Republicans, will at least you put the leaders on a budget? Isn't that a fair question to ask? That's a fair question to ask. Work with us and put some votes on the board. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Don't just talk, walk with us. Walk with us. I'm proud of the process that we put in place, and we're going to continue to make better. You've never had a budget this far in advance to go through and to wrap in a bow and to bring it out here as a prop. You've never had that much time. Rather than using it as a prop, read it. That's why we gave you the time to read it, not to wrap it up like a present and bring it to the floor as a prop. We're committed to a process of working together and getting things done for the people. I am deeply honored, deeply, to be the Speaker of this House. Not just the first Black Speaker. That's not the reason I'm proud. I'm proud to be the Speaker of the House for Democrats and Republicans. I'm proud to have taken 2 oaths. And the meetings and the conversations that I have had reflect that. This budget reflects that. When you go home and brag about all the money going to your schools, your community colleges, your park districts, your universities that are in your districts, the 7% increase to every university that's in districts you represent that you voted no against, you should be proud, and tomorrow I guarantee you'll be bragging about it. We represented everyone in this state, Democrats and Republicans. And despite what you just heard in that floor speech over there from the leader, I am truly grateful to serve with the first woman ever to lead a caucus in this chamber. And I honor you, Madam Leader. I think we all should honor you and give her a round of applause, please. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together for our communities in every corner of the state. And I'm proud to be an Illinoisan, what we stand for and what we value. I want to thank all of my colleagues for your dedication and patience throughout this session, as well as your commitment and contributions to moving our state forward. Leader McCombie, thank you for a shared commitment to civility and respect. On many issues, we're polar opposites. You've seen that here tonight. But every time we spoke in my office, in the hallways, or here on the floor, let me say this to be clear. I've never questioned your integrity or your intentions. I do believe the Republicans have made an excellent choice in choosing you as the leader. But put some votes on the boards, my friend. Put some votes on the board. I also want to thank our new majority leader, who I just think is just dynamic. She truly is not just my friend, she truly is Robin Abel Gable. Can we give the majority leader a round of applause, please? She's been a champion for our Democratic caucus, and don't let her size fool you. That lady's a giant. She's fiercely passionate and cares deeply about all people in Democratic districts and Republican districts. And we're lucky to have had her guidance and wisdom this session. I mentioned her earlier, but I got to mention her again, to our Chief Budgeteer and Speaker Pro Tem, Leader Jahan Gordon Booth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got to honestly tell you, I have never witnessed someone who works harder and who pours her soul into everything she does. I've seen it all. She pours her soul into everything she does. I am so proud to serve alongside the first woman to ever lead the budget process in this chamber. Can you all rise to your feet and give that woman a round of applause, please? A big thank you goes out. I know she's listening. She probably is going to kill me when I get back to the office. A big thank you also to my wonderful executive assistant, Micah. Micah, who so many of us know and love. I know she's back there at her desk listening, as she does every night. She won't go home until I leave this place. Sometimes I tell her I'm leaving, and I don't, just so she'll go home. You know, she keeps me fed. She keeps me really well on task. I couldn't do half of what I do without Micah telling me where to go, where to be, and when to be there. So thank you, Micah and Chris. You know, I know she couldn't do it without your support. And certainly to my chief of staff, my right hand, Tiffany. Tiffany, isn't she awesome? Can we give Tiffany a round of applause? She really does keep the trains on the tracks. And usually the first one here and the last one to leave. I mean, smart as a whip and always, always, always a true professional. I am grateful to have you leading our team. Thank you, Tiffany. And thank you to our staff, all of our staff, for putting up with us. You know, we're not easy to deal with. You know, we can be a little difficult sometimes, all of us legislators, but our staff puts up with us. We wouldn't be able to do these jobs if it wasn't for them giving their time and their dedication, their patience and their commitment. They didn't choose these jobs because they're easy. They chose them because they know their why. And they don't make a lot of money to do it. They're doing it because of their why, and they're passionate about it. That's why they put up with us. Can we give our staff on both sides, Democrats and Republicans? Our staff is dynamic. I certainly can go on all night calling out those who make this place tick, but I know you guys want to go home. Let's conclude then. Let's conclude then, get back to our districts. Let's go back to work at home. Winners do the work. Let's keep on winning. Thank you all again for the honor of a lifetime. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Speaker.